Y'all, we got so played. Like the biggest rivalry in the civil rights movement wasn't even a rivalry. Look at this. Martin Luther King's harsh criticism of Malcolm X found to be a fraud. Civil rights leaders' quotes in Alex Haley's 1965 Playboy interview were a victim of journalistic malpractice after unedited transcripts are unearthed. There's a great piece in the Democracy Now! Episode from Tuesday that covers it in great depth. But yeah, Alex Haley basically made something out of nothing. And in the end, we ended up thinking that they were two opposing poles rather than the truth of the matter, which is that as Martin Luther King saw what was going on, he was going more towards completely accepting, violence. And Malcolm X, as after he came back from Mecca, was going more towards solidarity. It was not a fucking rivalry. See, this is why I talk so much about propaganda and how we have to be so careful when consuming basically anything, because everything that comes down to us is filtered through some lens or other. And in this case, the journalist just straight fucking lied and got away with it. COINTELPRO goes so deep, and the things that they did to shatter movements, and they did it not just to the people in the movements, but to everyone else too. All the messaging that they pushed out that was against this group or that group. Martin Luther King, by the end of his life, was as disliked as Malcolm X was because of the messaging that they were pushing out about it. And none of us are immune to propaganda, and propaganda is everywhere. It is not just like some shadowy people. It's just kind of like how people think of conspiracies. When people think of a conspiracy, they think it has to be like some people with long mustaches twirling them, like in a room somewhere. And that's not how it works. There are people conspiring against us at every moment of every day. They are the vulture class, and they are all too often in our very own government, in the halls of Congress. There are people that are conspiring against our good right now. Like, we don't even have to think it's wild. It's happening. It's just the truth. The more we inoculate ourselves against the wild conspiracy theories by acknowledging the fact that our government is the single greatest purveyor of the violence and damage done to us, the better. You don't need to worry about things in the water to turning the fucking frogs gay. Like, you don't have to go all Alex Jones with it, because we know that there are people that are passing legislation that's allowing them to dump more crap in our waters. That's bad enough. And yes, it's all connected, because I don't think Alex Haley just did this for no reason. He did it because it was sensational and because certain people would sell it and he would make a lot of money.